Alright, what is going on YouTube? And today we got a brand new episode of the Spiral Abyss, which was a little challenging for me because I was not in the know on how to beat these bosses. But once I did figure out how they work, I was kind of able to realize that I got the characters to beat this. So if you happen to have a lot of Pyro or Dendro characters, this would not be a horrible Abyss for you. And those are probably two elements you're going to need a little bit of. And I'm just going to come out and apologize because I have definitely misinformed people on how to beat the Papillus Tenebris, like, little purple orb boss from Natlan who, like, shapeshifts. I thought that you had to use a Night Soul Blessing character to take it out, but in fact, you just need to do a lot of different elemental damage, or just a barrage of elemental attacks to it. Did not know that. That is my bad, and I found out today. I will credit the channel that I learned that information from in the comments down below. Yeah, after this half that you're seeing me just whoop on these two little French opponents right here, we got that big lava like slug that like transforms from a ball into a big slug. I think it's called the Lava Dragon statue. Yep, got it. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to trigger a burning reaction that will get him to switch from the ball into the big rock slug. And then, excuse me, you do enough fire damage to it, and that little circle in the top right of his health bar will fill up, and he'll be crippled. He'll take a big hunk of damage, and then you can just wallop on him. And this one took me quite a few tries because I didn't really know how to beat him and I had to get the right team going. So this is the first time I'm ever using Mavuika Burning, and I think this is the first time I've ever used Burning in the Abyss as well. And I could definitely tell the difference in damage not using Sitlali, and I switched to Kenich's Claymore because it was a weapon I accidentally got while I was pulling for the Staff of Homa on one of the weapon banners with Hutao and Kenich. But anyway, I figured since it was a burning catered Claymore, I could do more damage, and it actually has below 50 crit rate. I'm not sure what changes I made to my Mavuika, but she definitely has less crit rate. So we were below 50. We had like a 49 to like 230 ratio or something like that, which is definitely not the doctor recommended. And I missed out on a lot of damage without even... Actually, I don't think I missed out on that much. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. Looking back at this gameplay, I'm still critting a lot. So I really don't think it was even that big of a deal. But anywho, we did not have the right artifacts / weapons on her, and she's definitely not built to do a ton of burning damage, but it was a nice thing to try out. The first halves were pretty easy. I would just say get you you don't have to do any specific like element for the first half, just whatever team you can clear the first halves with the most, because the second halves of all of these chambers are definitely going to be what takes the most amount of time. As you can see, like, these are ruin guards, or like ruin whatever, this cube thing that I'm fighting right now. But just big things like that it doesn't really matter what element you have. Preferably characters that do some off-field damage, because on the last chamber first half you're gonna fight one of those little mages or like wizard dudes that float, and they take away all of your character's energy from their burst until you shred their shield. Once you shred their shield, they give you a lot of energy particles, pretty much giving all of your characters your bursts right away. But until then, you're going to want to be able to do some off-field damage, or at least non-burst damage, to shred that shield. And that part wasn't too challenging for me. Got Hutao, Sitlali, and you're kind of able to get one burst off anyway before it puts up its shield and takes away all of your energy particles. But yeah, just keep that in mind. These things I thought were pretty hard, and I'm honestly probably not fighting them right either. I thought that you just needed a, you know, Natland character that could do the Night Soul Blessing to shred the shield. But I bet these you also just have to do a bunch of elemental damage too to clear. Something I did not know this entire time. It was probably missing out on a good amount of damage. As for what we're going to do with the character banners coming out, I'm pretty sure we have a Chronicled Wish next update. So I'm going to be pulling for the Red Horn Stone Thrasher on the weapon banner. And I'm pretty sure you can like pin 2 weapons or something. I'll do Kazuha's Freedom Sword. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. But those will be the 2 weapons I'm going for. And I will not go for a character, and I probably won't go for a Skirk because I don't care about freezing teams. So I'll be able to save up. I'll be able to use a lot of my wishes on the Raiden banner to get C6 Raiden and C6 Kujo Sara. And then after that, I've been saying this for a long time, but after that we are going to be entering our saving arc and try to just build up wishes for Signora, if she ever even releases. But that's the plan. Right here you can see me watching a video. I sped it up, but I was basically just watching an instructional video on what I was doing wrong against the little purple orb / gourd boss. And I figured it out, finally. Something I probably should have done a long time ago. But I was just, I just kind of grip it and rip it with the Spiral Abysses and pretty much any bosses. I don't really like to learn how to fight them. I just like to, raw muscle through it. And so far it's worked alright, but every so once in a while I'm humbled and I gotta look up a little tutorial on YouTube. So shout out the tutorial guys. And yeah, we pretty much clear this with ease once we know the secret. We're just spamming it. The Nahida is a pretty good character to have for this because you can just basically spam her normal attacks because they're Catalyst, Dendro, and Fused. So we got him crippled right away. My rotations are a little off, but it's alright because we're doing a decent amount of damage. I'm seeing right here our damage is just a little lower, partially due to our low crit rate, and also partially due to our rotations being a little off. And I don't think Mavuika burning is quite the way to go, unless you have like Kanich and she's more of an off-field pyro applier. But yeah, that's alright. I'm also 90% sure that this is going to be one of our last traditional abysses, in the sense that like we got the format and in-game content style that it has been this entire time. I'm pretty sure it's going to get a lot harder, which I'm halfway nervous for, halfway excited for. I'm glad it didn't change to the new format today because I got a pretty busy day and I do not have time to figure it out. But in about a month, I'm pretty sure it's going to change. We're going to get a lot of new floors or something. It's going to be like a different style. Half of it's going to be co-op. You could definitely look up, like, what would that be? Like 5.7, 5.6? No, I think that's 5.7. 5.7 Spiral Abyss. And I just hope that it's not like pay to win and you don't have to have the new characters to clear the content, because people have been saying that all of the content is pretty skirt focused, which I don't like the sound of, because I don't really like the sound of her kit at all. But anyway, we'll just horse through it anyway, no matter which characters we have, because we always have done it that way. But yeah, here's the builds. Pretty traditional double Hydro Hutao team, and we got Sitlali with the Hero Sender City set, and then pretty standard Mavuika team. We just swapped out whatever her 4th spot is for Nahida, who is using the Gilded Dreams and is built on EM, I'm pretty sure. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck on your Abyss attempts and all of your banner pulls, and I love you guys. God bless you. Peace out. I'll see y'all next time.
Instead of